Hello, my name is Mariah Colburn, and I am presenting on one of my courses at the University of Maryland Global. I took the course PACE 111, and this is the overview. In Unit 1, we discussed DAX and college mindset. DAX stands for Diagnostic Assessment and Achievement of College Skills. DAX was a series of exams that covered self-learning, writing, mathematics, and reading. Through DAX, we were given a series of recommendations based on our individual results. These are the individual areas with which I need to continue to improve. In the long run, DAX was a great way to set a game plan for the college course and college journey ahead of me. In this unit, we also covered imposter syndrome, which is essentially the idea that no matter how many or how great an achievement a person is able to accomplish, they do not feel as though they deserve that acknowledgement or success. Here I included a chart which covers, again, the definition. It states that women generally are more affected by this syndrome. It is also a syndrome that covers fear and failure as the main targets. I also included a quote by Michelle Obama. In Unit 2, we covered specific goals and motivations. We covered SMART goals, which stands for specific, as in, is your goal written in a way which makes you accountable? Measurable, is your goal written in a way that can be measured based on achievement or the amount which you would like to get done? Achievable, is this a realistic goal for you? Relevant, is this goal realistic to your values and your goals in life? And is this goal time-bound? Do you have a specific time with which you would like to achieve this goal? This unit, we also covered success mindset. My personal values that I discovered through this unit are creativity, authenticity to self, respect for self and others, and open-mindedness, contribution. And my motivations to achieve and maintain these values are my family, a sustainable future for my son and I, and continual personal growth in life and academically. SMART goals. Again, a big part of this unit was covering SMART goals. We had a spreadsheet where we wrote down each of our goals with definition to each of those areas listed previously. They each had to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I had 3 goals that I wrote for myself. The first was that I hope to achieve a 3.0 GPA or higher during my college journey. My second goal covered that I would like to take 3 or 4 classes each semester so that I may graduate by the spring of 2028. And my final goal for myself was that I spend a minimum of 1 hour of self-care time every day that I'm studying. Now, looking back after this unit finished and after the class finished, I realized that some of my goals that I set for myself during this unit were not achievable. I believe that I was facing a larger level of imposter syndrome than I wanted to admit. I believe that I was not able I was not capable of seeing the own success that I was already achieving. I have maintained a 4.0 GPA. I realized after talking to many of my peers this unit that I do not need to graduate at a normal rate. So I do not need to, though I am a sophomore currently, I do not need to graduate in 2 years. That may not be achievable or realistic. And I realized that I need to have more balance in life, work, school, and my mental health. So after this entire course, I decided to write my own new SMART goal. I will graduate by 2030 at the very latest with a 3.0 GPA or higher by taking a steady class schedule which helps balance mental health, life, and school needs. Balance. Sorry, Unit 3 was balance. Unit 3, we had a discussion which covered big rocks. I'll describe that in a minute. It was a priority sorting and value type of organization project. After the big rock discussion, we also had a spreadsheet challenge which tied into that. It covered our expectations and goals for our time use, and then it made us evaluate and reality check those goals. The Big Rock Project. This project focused on prioritizing our interests and our time. The idea is that you think of every day as a glass jar. Within that jar, you're placing 3 different size rocks. You have small rocks, which are your lowest priorities. So for me, that would be video gaming. At the time, it was self-care and cleaning my house. My medium rocks, which take up a little bit more time and feel a little bit more important to me, included social time and seeing my family, extended family. And my largest rocks, which take up the most of my time and feel the most important to me, include the time that I spend with my son, the time that I'm studying, and working towards my own personal growth, which I feel is separate than the time that I spend self-care. The time organization project that we had after this big rock discussion involved, as I previously stated, a spreadsheet that was drawn out, and it helped discuss and evaluate the time that we would like to, how we would like to plan our day, what we want to get done in a day, and then it made us evaluate both of those categories as a whole and come up with the difference of what time is actually used for and what time needs to be worked on. It was a really large reality check project for me. I realized that as a mother, I plan my day in a way that makes it so that my hours should be extended to 28 and a half hours per day instead of only 24, which is possible. Granted, I spend a lot of time multitasking. However, even in those limits, I was still expanding my day to 28 and a half hours, which is unrealistic. I think this is a great way to help students evaluate their weekly goals and their time. And it's also a great way to work on time management. Unit 4, we had to go through our success network and pinpoint who we believed would be most useful this early on in our college courses to help us define our current needs based on our emotional and mental capacity, what type of relationship we want with our professors, the types of resources that we may need in the current moment, and overlooking our AAR, which I'll discuss here in a minute. The different network people that we could reach out to included our success coach, any of our professors or professors on campus, the tutor center, or even some of our peers. I personally reached out to my success coach, Savannah. This was the first time that she and I sat down for a one-on-one video chat. I found this very helpful to be able to put a face to the name and make this online learning course feel more personable. We discussed some academic advice related to my AAR and what courses I need to take in the future. We discussed how I feel comfortable, whether or not I feel comfortable in my current courses, and how I feel achieving my current goals. We also discussed all the resources that UMGC offers for students for alternative learning, such as other platforms that UMGC accepts as learning credit, which I think is a wonderful way for some students to also achieve the degree within a reasonable time. Here I have a picture that I screenshotted of our UMGC portal, student portal, as well as the AAR that I just mentioned, and I'll go over those. The student portal here at UMGC breaks down every little detail that a student could possibly need. And along with those details, they also offer support, endless amounts of support and links to other ways to communicate. In the top right corner, you'll see that each student has their own success coach or mentor. In my case, Savannah. The student portal also details our course schedule. The degree planning has lots of options for going over each of those courses, as well as the AAR, which I'll discuss next. There's a large link for the finance section where you can reach out to the financial aid department with questions. You can see what your finances currently are, where your financial aid sits. As well as all of these academic links and resources, UMGC does a great job by giving students a different level of support. Not only are they interested in your academic achievements, but they also care about your emotional well-being. In the middle on the left, you see the student support, and within that link, you can find different student communities and organizations based on your interests and your needs. This also provides a link for career development, connection, networking, and business. Also on this page, I wanted to highlight that UMGC continuously updates your degree progress. This gives each student a level of feeling accomplished, fighting that imposter syndrome I previously mentioned. This is the AAR, which is our academic advisement report. Each student has their own personalized report. In the very top, you will see that I have chosen graphic communication as my degree. Since taking this picture, I have chosen business as my minor. This will slightly adjust the report once that gets provided. Each report breaks down the amount of credits that you need per academic category, such as I need general education credits, graphic design credits, communication credits, and so on. Currently, I need 24 more credits in graphic communication towards my degree. And this shows the credits with which I have satisfied, the courses that are listed under that credit that were accepted, and the credits that I need, as well as a link to the category or catalog with which credits they recommend. Unit 5, in Unit 5, each student was asked to research individual personalized topics based on each of their career paths. We were also asked to prepare for our upcoming interview. This unit, I focused on a one-on-one video chat with Professor Feldmeyer. I researched graphic communication trends. I prepared for networking outreach possibilities, and I decided how I was going to pick my interview candidate. I had the honor of taking extra time to speak with Professor Shannon Feldmeyer, the class professor. She provided a space during our interview chat, which was online. I felt very comfortable, and she helped reassure me that through my imposter syndrome and other life struggles, that I was still doing a great job in course and in my goal of relearning and facing a college degree on my own. I was able to ask her important questions regarding the remainder of class, and she helped me with network ideas. My AI research for this project included graphic communication, graphic design, and general marketing trends. I asked the ChatGPT style AI what the current trends in this field are. The three that they listed is AI integrated design, bold minimalist style, and the idea that retro and handmade style arts are being reinvented through graphics. It's the idea that designers are using graphic apps that make it seem as though the art is created through a hand brush or stenciled drawings and similar type of art. My overall research of AI through the ChatGPT and even the graphic communication AI trends revealed that AI is not always reliable. The information that AI provides needs to be fact-checked through different resources and different reliable websites. AI is also not always authentic. Sometimes AI brings up topics that are not relevant or true to the topic that you are currently researching. I believe that AI loses a sense of emotion or organic feel when relevant to certain topics. AI feels as though it is a cold book pushing out information. It lacks personality and a personal touch. Unit 6 was one of our largest unit weeks. This is when we had to reach out and find somebody in our career to interview. At first, it was very hard to feel comfortable with networking and looking for an appropriate candidate. But through networking, I was able to build some relationships, find peers and classmates interested in the same topics, grow resources that these peers and my interview candidate offered. I was given business opportunity chances by email. And this led to more ideas for personal growth and potential career change. Exploring the UMGC networks. Okay, the video is not loading, but I do have the direct link. I took a screenshot video of each of the UMGC offered resources and links that would help students network. My graphic communication interview was with Nea Heinbau. She is a Wisconsin local artist who has been in the industry for 12 plus years. She is currently her own small business owner. She was able to help me provide great networking ideas, such as reaching out to my local Chamber of Commerce and volunteering with local organizations. Interviewing Nea was a huge honor, and it became very easy as the hour and a half went on. But at the end of it, we didn't even realize we had been talking for so long. I chose to interview Nea because she's a very successful businesswoman, and now she has businesses in 4 different states. This is the headliner to her local website. And through her website, I was able to find her portfolio, which provided me the information that she's the type of designer that I would like to be one day. This is the link to her local page. Unit 7, just before the class came to an end, we did an overall course review and were asked to self-reevaluate. We reviewed our DAX from Unit 1 and the results that we were given then, and we were asked to write an essay in which we believe we found personal academic growth throughout the last 8 weeks. Not only did I find academic growth during these 8 weeks, but I also believe that I've developed several personal improvements that will help benefit through my personal life and business as well. I now feel as though I have more organization, more self-gratitude and compassion for the work that I am doing, and I feel a lot more comfortable networking. My mindset after completing this course is that I feel that I need to be more prepared for the unexpected, primarily when life throws you curveballs, when you have specific time set goals. This course also helped me realize that I need to take time to evaluate more frequently how I feel and the level of self-care that I'm giving myself. By taking PACE, I've developed more comfortability reaching out to the type of support that UMGC offers. I feel much more comfortable reaching out to professors, my success coach, Savannah, and even peers through several of the UMGC links and portals. PACE offered the very basic reintroduction to college learning, but it also helped me with time management and so many other basic life skills that I previously just mentioned. I would like to thank my professor, Shannon Feldmeyer. She was very understanding during my course, as life did throw many curveballs my way. I have also provided all 4 links to some of the images that I used. The GIFs, the images, and some of the clips, including this one, were all provided by the Prezi presentation page on their open domain. Thank you.